Okay, we've come into 656 Ridge Road from across the street. We parked the car across the street, and me and Mom are taking a walk into our old piece of property. What feelings do I have about this? I remember being about here when me and Dan took Fred down to the doctor for his last days. We put him to sleep, and I remember the feeling that I was feeling about now, having to take my dog to have him put to sleep. I'm panning over to the left to the Hearns house. Interesting that they've put temporary buildings in the place of the log house.
Well, they needed that for storage.
There is the basketball goal. I'm not sure if we put that there or not. Frankly, I'm not sure.
No, we did not.
I'm not sure if we put this light here. There's a light here on a telephone pole. I'm not sure if we put that there.
I kind of don't think so. I think that when we had, because Daddy got the idea at Claremont Springs, they had lights that hung down, regular size lights, bulbs, in and out of these trees. Look at that one, it's dead as a mackerel.
Yeah.
That's all they need is for it to fall on that house.
They put a dog kennel there.
Every time I cough, I wet my britches more. That is a fine house over there.
Yeah, the Hearn house is a fine house.
That is a fine house. Miss Hearn used to want Francis, when she got married, she wanted Francis to marry over there in her yard. Wasn't there more steps up to that little back stoop?
I don't think so.
I think it was. In fact, I've got pictures of me and Francis sitting there, and we had that dog. What a friend.
I'd be careful about walking down there, Mama, because you are not comfortable on your feet. And if you get to rolling down there, I won't be able to catch you.
You ain't gonna try very hard, are you?
Absolutely not.
Well, you get a picture of that dead tree.
I am.
And from the bottom to the top.
That's what I'm doing.
Because it's dead at the bottom. If it failed, it wouldn't fall that far over to Miss.
Why don't you come over here, Mom, so if we walk down that way, we're walking at less of an angle. And you get to my left.
That's where I was washing windows. And Dan came around here and said, I don't have nothing to do, Mama. She's whining. And I said, listen, can't you hear those children playing down there on that other street? And that's when he went down there, and that's when he got to running around with Chip.
Good going.
There were kids everywhere. There were kids over here playing too, at that church.
Don't go down there. Be to my left.
I'm not going there, I'm going there.
Be to my left. Be to my left.
My nose is running so much. I don't see anybody I know. Oh, I've got a picture of that with all the jonquils there.
Yeah, I remember that over there. Jonquils were right over there.
They're all up and down there. Ms. Austin used to live in this house over here, and she had those planted. She had a yard man.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to continue to walk down here. Be to my left. Be to my left. Really a nice house.
Is it? Honey, that is a wonderful. We could all live in that house if we could get a hold of it.
Look at that big old tree right there.
Yeah, it reaches to the sky.
Absolutely. It's impressive.
I never did hardly go in that attic there. And we could have used those for storage rooms, but we didn't ever have to do that.
Mm-hmm. I like that monkey grass.
Isn't that neat?
Real nice. I like
they
that.
planted that, I guess, because it wasn't here when we were here.
Mm-hmm. Really nice. Let's see if we can make it back up. We're heading that way. I might turn this camera back on in a minute.